Man, unfortunately, Dak Prescott has been hit with the okie doke. I think he's been set up to fail. Sal, you told me something, but I think it was Magic Johnson who told me it prior to you. I was Waldorf Astoria, rooftop.
You were at the rooftop?
Rooftop.
Get the burger, the bacon burger?
What? Lobster burger, big dog. You know, I was on the cruise.
I forgot you on that money.
Magic told me this. He said, what got you here will get you there.
Yes.
You've told me that several times. He said, what got you here will get you there. Mm-hmm. Y'all have to think about this in regards to Dak Prescott. Let's go. What got Dak Prescott here to a $160 million deal? What got Dak Prescott here to his MVP vote? What got Dak Prescott here to one of the most beloved Cowboys players in the history of the Cowboys franchise is not the formula nor the recipe that they are still trying to execute. So how do you anticipate it'll get him there? They set him up for failure. So remember when Dak came into the National Football League? Pass attempts, he's 30th. His rookie year, the 1 year in which he got an MVP vote was the year in which they required the least of him. His rookie year, he only threw 23 touchdowns, only had 4 interceptions. He got an MVP vote. His rookie year, what got Dak Prescott here is not what the Cowboys are continuing to do. So if what gets you here will take you there, then I am wondering, why have we changed up this formula? Because now you see last season, Dak Prescott, Cowboys, 6th in the league in pass attempts. What you know about a formula for success, and you, Marcellus Wiley, have preached this message to me on mic and off mic. You say, hey, Acho, just continue to do the same thing that got you here. Whatever got you them Emmys, keep doing that. Don't worry about nothing else.
Get these fools.
But when I look at Dak Prescott and when I look at these Cowboys, what got Dak Prescott here was 3 all-pro offensive linemen. Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith. What got Dak Prescott here was feeding the running game. Ezekiel Elliott, a top 5 pick, feeding the running game 1,500 yards his rookie year. What got Dak Prescott here was a Hall of Fame tight end. What got Dak Prescott here was a red zone wide receiving threat. What got Dak Prescott here was a beast. 3rd down slot receiver, Cole Beasley, Des Bryant, Jason Witten, obviously for those whose names may have slipped your mind at home. So, if the formula for continued success is to continue to do what got you here, then I look at the Cowboys, wait a second, why you done changed up? Because now you don't focus on the running game, because you can't really with Zeke.
That's his fault.
You just offloaded Lyle Collins, but Lyle Collins was your starting right tackle last season. So now when it comes to dominant offensive linemen, you got Zach Martin. Should be a Hall of Famer, but obviously he's aging. Tyron Smith will be a Hall of Famer, should be first ballot, but he has clearly been aging. So the formula for the Cowboys' success, the formula for Dak Prescott's MVP votes, it's completely changed. And Jerry Jones has changed it. Mike McCarthy has changed it. I'm worried about Dak Prescott because the one thing that got him here is no longer existent. That's the hardcore running game that's not being asked to do too much.
Oh, man. You said the lobster burger, that's what you said, huh? Oh, that was one of those take. You sure it wasn't the crab burger, the crab in the barrel burger, you know, the pull Dak Prescott down burger? Come on, Acho, you know he's set up for success, and he set himself up for this same success. The Cowboys give him the infrastructure, and Dak Prescott overachieves. He exceeds expectations. He's been doing this since day one. What round were you drafted in?
6.
6.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. We sandwiched this. He's a 4th rounder. You were a 6th rounder. I was a 2nd rounder. None of us was over there at the pearly gates of the NFL, like those first rounders, like those Baker Mayfield's #1 overall draft picks. I had to put my hand in the dirt and kind of dig for some dirt and some mud to go get it, right? You did too as well. Dak Prescott, though. Come on, man. Let's be real. Combine both of our careers and add one, and it still is half of Dak's right now.
Not yours, big dog. You're all-pro. Dak ain't got no all-pros to his name. Don't self-deprecate for the sake of a point.
No, I'm self-deprecating because he made a lot more commas and points than me.
Relatively speaking, no, you had the highest contract too in San Diego
that's a
Chargers
good
history.
point.
Like, don't play
too
yourself.
early then.
That part. I'm like, relatively speaking, you might have been better than
I'm
that.
better than that?
He was never as high in the top 100 as you were, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, twice, too. Ooh, damn. I underachieved then with the earnings. I got to get back on topic. Focus. I thought that got me because he made so much money.
Focus.
Okay, let me focus. All right, let me get my point off. Magic told you something that I told you, which we said, and I hope that you really understood what we were saying. It's not in an absolute that what got you here is going to get you there. It's just the mindset of, hey, you have what it takes. Whatever ingredients you needed to cook up your success, they still in the kitchen right here between your ears, right? With Dak Prescott, you got to respect that he has evolved. It's not about being stagnant. It's about, your rookie year. What were you, Dak Prescott? He's better than he was his rookie year. Do you agree?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
individually.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, individually, right. And it's adding up for this team to now number one offense. Let's start there. If Dak Prescott is not as good as he was, why is it adding up for team success? Number one offense in the league now. Was that the case in 2016 when that fourth rounder who was behind a franchise quarterback who they had no desire of getting rid of in Tony Romo, he supplanted that guy. Do you remember Tony Romo having to give that teary-eyed, emotional, pass the baton speech? Tony Romo! You imagine playing on the team and the starting linebacker has to go to the podium and announce that you done jacked him for his job. Dak Prescott did that. Led that team to 13 wins. Led them to the playoffs. That's when he was fully surrounded and supported. Now, running game not the same. Now, offensive line not the same. Now, defense up and down. Dak Prescott is the only one keeping this situation real. You can talk all you want about the Cowboys. Are they really a contender? I tell you what they are, really in the conversation every single year since Dak Prescott's been there because Dak Prescott has kept this team afloat. 10-2 in the NFC last year. Best record of all teams in that conference. Yeah, that includes you too, Green Bay. Best record in the conference was the Dallas Cowboys. Why? I thought Zeke was in decline. He is. I thought Pollard was a backup. He is. I thought the defense was spotty. It is. What are we talking about? The receiving game. Well, Amari Cooper, who was supposed to be the number one, they gave $100 million in resources, turns out to be a number two, and now off this roster. All of this change, all of this turmoil, all of these things in flux, and there's been one constant, the ambassador, the leader, who I thought was better than me, but now I realize I should have kept the star on my helmet. It's Dak Prescott keeping this thing afloat, bro.
I'm not disagreeing with you, right? I don't think you're inaccurate at all. I think you're incomplete. I think Dak Prescott is the one leader who is keeping the Cowboys afloat, but I think they're setting it up for failure in regards to you're only giving them one stud receiver. And you giving him no dominant run game, no dominant running back. You're asking Dak Prescott to do what only historical greats can do at a high level. Aaron Rodgers, with no stud receivers coming up this year now that Davante Adams is gone, but even Aaron Rodgers, 7-0 without Davante Adams, he is under Matt LaFleur.
Okay.
Tom Brady, clearly he dominated for years without any real stud receiver. Randy Moss came in, Randy Moss left. Tom Brady dominated for years without any real stud running back. A little LeGarrette Blount here, a little Rex Burkhead here, a little James White here.
Little LeGarrette Blount?
A large LeGarrette Blount, but only a little bit. But only a little bit of contribution when it came to rushing yards.
Yeah.
So you're asking Dak Prescott to do something only historical greats have been able to do. And you took away his most dependable wide receiver in Amari Cooper. You haven't done anything to supplant this decline of Zeke. What are we doing on the offensive line? Because you're just sitting here watching Zach Martin and Tyron Smith age. Meanwhile, you're letting go of your younger, stout right tackle in La'el Collins. The problem cell, Dak Prescott is going to be his own biggest enemy. Dak Prescott is truly following in the footsteps of Russell Wilson without uttering the words, "Let me cook." Why do I say?
Oh, that sound profound, but you got to back it up.
His greatest thing, his greatest attribute, the Seahawks were always going to be good. Yeah. But because Russell Wilson covered a multitude of offensive errors, then the Seahawks never bothered to get a pass rush. They never bothered to shore up the Legion of Boom. And in all honesty, after Marshawn Lynch dipped off, they never bothered to find a running back who could stay healthy and dominate. Keep in mind, Russell Wilson led the Seattle Seahawks in rushing yards in 2017. Russell Wilson is the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. So because Russell Wilson was always going to keep the Seahawks afloat, they never bothered to fix all of their issues elsewhere. You're right. Dak Prescott is keeping the Dallas Cowboys afloat, but Dak Prescott's talent is blinding Jerry Jones. Because you can win 10, 12 games with Dak Prescott, you're not going to make sure the offensive line is stable. Because you can win 10, 12 games with Dak Prescott, you know what? Yeah, Zeke is in decline, but it's fine. Dak Prescott can cover for him. Remember, the Seahawks did the same thing with Russ. And they went to the playoffs 9 times in 10 years. But as you noted just last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, the Seahawks are 1-4 in their last 5 playoff games. Finally, Russell Wilson stopped, looked around and said, I'm the best thing that's happened to y'all. I'm the only reason y'all are staying afloat. Dak Prescott appears to be walking in Russell Wilson's footsteps. The difference, Russ started walking with the Super Bowl under his belt. Dak doesn't have one yet.
Whew. It's like I see them going the same place, but different ways. So I don't think it's parallel. I don't think it's congruent. Let me tell you why. Dak Prescott had to be basically the catalyst for their success. Or Russell Wilson, most would say, he rode the running game. He rode what the defense was doing, and he was a big contributor, but he wasn't the engine. Where you look at Dak, all of a sudden, you become that engine for this team. Dak's improved, bro. 13 wins, 11 wins, 10 wins. Always a winning season when healthy is Dak Prescott. Same as Russell Wilson, but different ways. Russell Wilson tried to make a conversion. Hey, this team success, I got it. I can do the same thing that we did. I can do it because you know we is nothing but I and you. He said, forget you. I can do it. And then we realized, no, you can't. The other way for the Dallas Cowboys, starting at a lower point, obviously, because they didn't win the Super Bowl, was like, nah, we could do this. And then it's now Dak is saying, I need you, but y'all not showing up. That's not on Jerry Jones in effort. He paid his running back. His running back is in regression no matter if he comes back lean and mean with the six-pack again. Can't stay healthy when they need him. He has an offensive line that by name, certainly by game, was one of the best, if not the best. And now it's starting to decay just a little. The draft has not occurred yet, and that's why I love what Jerry Jones said. He said, at this time last year, did we have Michael Parsons? Dog, if you sit here right now, it's like, Sale, I'm hungry. I was like, dog, can we do the show and then go to lunch? Sale, I'm hungry. Hey, man, let's go to the store and get something. There ain't nothing to me. But you're trying to say right now you want it without doing the process of getting it, which is the draft, which is the full offseason, and how this team changed drastically with those two things going forward.
But here's what I don't like, and I'm glad you brought that up. Jerry Jones thinks he's slick. And this is what I don't like when people do.
What they do?
People will be wrong 10 times out of 10, but that 11th time they right, they gonna let you know about it and hope you forgot about the previous ones. Think about the Cowboys' recent draft. Now remember, 2010, 11, 12, 13, they was hitting. Tyron Smith, Dez Bryant, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin. Boom, 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 boom. But then you get to around 2016, 17, 18. Leighton Vander Esch, #1 overall.
Don't say he
ain't hitting.
Huh?
He ain't even started last year.
Don't do
Jalen Smith,
Injuries.
the #2 overall pick.
Don't do that. Little roll of dice, and he had his highs.
Ezekiel Elliott, by the time he was still within his first contract, within his first 5 years, Zeke had already been declining. You start to look at different players for the Dallas Cowboys and the Cowboys' early round picks. I'm forgetting about Taco Charlton, first round pick. They got rid of him.
Don't drive no dude named Taco.
I'm saying the Cowboys now hit on Trayvon Diggs, hit on Michael Parsons, and Jerry wants to sit here and act as though everything is okay because he hit on his picks last year. Leighton Vander Esch, 2018 first round pick. Taco Charlton, I believe it was 2019 first round pick, if not 2017 first round pick. Jerry, you missed a lot now. So I'm not going to sit here and act like Jerry Jones has it all figured out and is going to cover for Dak Prescott come the draft. Because, Jerry, there's just as good a chance that you're going to miss as there is a chance that you're going to hit. Push comes to shove. Cowboys got rid of their most dependable wide receiver in Amari Cooper.
Why you keep saying most dependable?
Because
is he the best wide receiver?
I think
Did he lose his top target?
I don't want to debate.
Dependable.
We can debate who is the best. I think Amari's better than CD at this juncture in time. You think
Did the yards say that?
But what is not up for debate is who's most dependable. Amari Cooper is more dependable than CD Lamb. Look at the drops. Look at the drops. Look at the drops.
Look at the quit. Look at that quit. Look at the quits.
So,
okay, come on.
So when it comes down to it, you're going to get rid of your most dependable wide receiver or at least your second best wide receiver.
There you go.
And you're going to get rid of your starting right tackle. You're setting the dude up for failure, coach.
Oh, you're setting him up. Oh, I'm glad you said coach. We got chemistry. Let's talk about the coach. Let's talk about the coach. Because if you got a Super Bowl winning head coach, you're only one of, 9 teams in the league? So already you got a head start. Hey, Acho, after the show, after we get lunch, because I know you're hungry, let's go on a hike. Where we going? Oh, we're going to go to El Cab Canyon right by the crib. Oh, okay. I haven't been there before. But don't you feel a little safer? Don't you feel a little more secure? Don't you feel a little better about the fact that I've been there before? Well, Mike McCarthy's been there before. On this hike, you're not sitting there saying, what's that? Oh, what is that in the bushes? Mike McCarthy's like, nah, dog, This is my normal trail. I've been to the mountaintop here. Let's talk about Mike McCarthy's first 2 seasons when he was with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Packers were 17-16, lost in the wild card round. What happened in that 3rd season? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody? I'm at the top of the mountain now yelling at Mike McCarthy. Won the Super Bowl. Oh, wait a minute, Wiley. Cowboys are 18-16 with Mike McCarthy, the extra game, with the wild card round loss. Season 3. What can happen? Parallels. You want to draw Russell Wilson parallels to Dak Prescott, but you don't want to draw Mike McCarthy parallels to Mike McCarthy.
No, the reason I didn't want to bring this up is for this reason. Mike McCarthy, when he was in Green Bay with the Packers, they had the 6th passing offense on average. They were 6th in passing yards in totality on average while he was there in Green Bay. Here's the problem. Who were Mike McCarthy's quarterbacks in Green Bay? 2 first-ballot Hall of Famers, 2 of the greatest quarterbacks, not of their generation, 2 of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, and Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Right here.
Dak Prescott is not that.
Oh, he's not?
Unfortunately. Dak Prescott is not one of the greatest quarterbacks currently playing right now. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. So if you are going to depend on Mike McCarthy's formula for success, just be mindful. Mike McCarthy's main character, his lead actor, was Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. Right now it's Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is really good. But is Dak Prescott one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the position? I don't think you nor I would get up here and try to debate that. The Cowboys setting him up for failure because Dak ain't Rodgers, and the passing game is not what got Dak Prescott here. It was a balanced offensive attack.
Oh, that's what you want to tell everybody and then say it slow at the end so they could believe in you and your sincerity. And then all I'm going to say it is, let me yell this out. Most wins by a starting quarterback since Dak been in the league. Dak has 53. He's 4th. Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers right there, 59. And Tom Brady. You say Dak is not that? Why is he right there with them if he's not that? You say Dak is not that? I wonder. Last year, did Dak Prescott score 5 different games, 40 points or more, which was the most in the league? By 2 games, like nobody else got close. Wasn't Aaron Rodgers playing last year and winning the MVP and still not putting up as many points as the #1 offense led by who? Dak Prescott. I don't understand this. Seriously. All right, we off. Unbutton. Come on, Captain Stewart. No, all right, don't do that. There, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. They have the #1 offense.
Yes, sir.
Dak Prescott's there. Set up for failure? How? You also have a team that mollywops your division, like almost blindfolded. We can win this division, right? And you got a Super Bowl winning head coach. And you have arguably the best owner in sports, at least in terms of support and resources. He may get in the way as well, but he's still going to be there for you. Why do you think this situation is not primed for success? I really don't understand.
So if you look at last year, all of the top NFC teams, they usually had a couple dominant offensive threats. The Rams, you had Cooper Kupp, you had Robert Woods. Robert Woods gets hurt. You have Odell Beckham. That's your 2.
Okay.
The Buccaneers, you had Mike Evans, you had Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown dips off. You have Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin's hurt. You still have Leonard Fournette playing at a high level. Okay, you're good there. You look at the Green Bay Packers. You got Aaron Jones at the running back position. You got Devontae Adams. Early on in the season before injury, you had Robert Tonyan. You look at the Arizona Cardinals. I think the Arizona Cardinals are some of the most balanced offense in the league. Chase Edmonds, James Conner, DeAndre Hopkins prior to his injury, Rondale Moore, beast young receiver, and then that receiver that just went and got paid in Jacksonville $80 million. And what was he doing, Christian Kirk?
Yeah.
You look at all of these top NFC teams, and they have multiple weapons. The Cowboys fit in that mold. Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. But now that you get rid of Amari Cooper, you're leaving the Cowboys with just one beast of an offensive weapon. Zeke is no longer that. Now, if y'all want to depend on Michael Gallup, I'm just hard-pressed to depend on a wide receiver coming off an ACL tear. We know the chance that you re-injure your ACL after an ACL injury is already high, and even Odell Beckham, as great of a season as he was having during the latter half, he unfortunately got re-injured. So the reason I think they're setting him up for failure, Sale, is look at all the top teams around the league. Buffalo Bills. Gabriel Davis went for 4 touchdowns in the playoffs. Not to mention you also have Stephon Diggs. Keep it pushing. Bengals, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. Chiefs, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. They had all of the top teams in the league have not one, but 2 beasts on offense. When I look at the Cowboys, they only have 1 beast on offense now that Amari Cooper is gone. That is why, in my mind, Dak is being set up.
Oh, man, Tom Brady would disagree with you because he would always look at his tight end as one of the beasts. But most people will look at their receiving core over the years.
That's fair.
And
I'll
say,
take the tight end.
Dalton Schultz, anyone? Franchise tag. You ever been franchise tag? Me either. Dalton Schultz. Got to give him his respect. Along with CeeDee Lamb, who had the same amount of yards, if not more, than all them dudes.
Dalton Schultz. You're putting Dalton Schultz in the conversation of Antonio Brown.
No, I'm putting my CeeDee Lamb in the conversation with all those guys.
Who's
that say,
the 2? I need my second
my
one,
2 is my tight end, my Tom Brady. Can I get some security blanket love?
Gronk.
Yes, I know. We're not going to do who is who, but let these guys evolve. We're back to the place. We're back at the Waldorf. Magic Johnson just walked by you. Hey, big fella, how you doing? And he says to you, you know, to get there, you already got it in you. But damn it, it's going to evolve, brother. This is going to evolve. I like the Cowboys primed for success once again. They're going to win the division. They're going to be in the playoffs. We'll see where it goes from there. Coming up.